weekly program BelAhdan, a show with an accent for those without one. We all know now that 20 has the biggest, the longest international film festival in the country. 160 films from 60 different countries all over the world. And I just saw a sweet movie film yesterday, and it really what resonates me about that film. It's it's about time that our community, Muslim community, Somali community, making their own films. They are telling their own story. We all seen Captain Phillips, which is telling the Somali community or by Hollywood. And there was an actor in that film, but now that's a new rule that he is playing in this new film called Astray. It's a film about, being out of place, looking for identity, and finding some friendship, human friendship, animal friendship, and this happened to be friendship with a dog that introduced the actor to the community in mainstream America. We have here Barkhad Abdirahman. He is a star of a film called Astray, which is directed by Musa Syeed. Welcome to BelAhdan, Barkhad. I like Barkhad. And Barkhad, it's not just, we say, the Somali name. It has, when you hear it, you hear history, you hear sound. Tell us a little bit about, you were at Captain Phillips. Mm-hmm. And Captain Phillips is a mega movie. It's a Hollywood movie. Mm-hmm. Tell us what happened between the last 2 years, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So how does being in a mega film, in a Hollywood film, affects your life personally? You're just a young man in Twin Cities.
Captain Phillips was not the only Hollywood project I was in. I was in a TV show called Fargo, which was on Fox, and first season. Uh-huh. And after that, I wanted to do, something, a character that, I found Musa, who's like the director of this film, like 2 years after Fargo. And it was actually a great, great story to pass, and you don't find a character which, that is actually what you want to play, what is meant for you to play. Yeah. This character was actually, it talks about a community which I'm from, and it kind of connects me in some ways, a lot of ways. When I was growing up, I grew up in this country too as well. So it's just touching all me, I was just,
as opposed to the role in Captain Phillips.
Yeah, which I was not a pirate,
Yeah, exactly. Well, that seems to be that, you find out the Israelis actors always are the Arab terrorists in the last 30 years in all movies. Any hope, any ambition is to be an Arab terrorist in a Hollywood movie, and it's been traditionally that way. But it seems like, how Hollywood tell our story is miscued, stereotyping, and all of that. But Stray is telling, as you say, it's our own story by ourselves. Yeah. So, and also, you worked with, throughout the movie, there's a relationship between you and a dog, which is, that's a kind of it's not a straightforward relationship. It's also a complicated relationship.
It was because, to be honest with you, I never had any interaction with a dog before in my life. Mm-hmm. And it was the first time, I had like a close relationship with a dog, and learning, how, I learned a lot from the dog, to be honest with you.
It's a good actor too.
He was a good, great, wonderful. You cannot find, and it was not trained at all. She never acted in her life before. It's the first time she did, and we had to give, and a lot of treats too, for her to
of course.
Well.
That's
and there's some difficulty. Sometimes she will see a squirrel and she will chase it, and if she
it's a dog.
It's a dog basically.
Yeah.
She's not, but at the end of the day, she was perfect.
When you act, how long did it take to make this movie?
Not that long. 15 days, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. It was a quick
so while those 15 days, you have to act, you are interacting with the community through the film. Mm-hmm. Because you've been in different places, and barber and shopping malls and all of that. But also, when the camera is down, you have to go back to your community. So how you make that transition, separate between the two?
I mean, It's just I have a good, connection with the Somali community in the Twin City. They know me since I was young, and it's where I come out. To be honest with you, and people just don't treat me like they treat with other stars. That are from the Minnesota or are. So it's just.
Is there any training, acting training that you've gone through?
I did a couple stunts for Captain Phillips, and training. I did a lot of training. We did like 3 months of training for Captain Phillips.
I see.
On top of that, no, not really. It's just natural, I think.
I mean, in the film, it's there is a details, little subtle details. It hits me in a very interesting way. Like when you met that young American, and she asked you if this dog is male or female, and your reaction very natural. I don't know. Yeah. It's a cultural thing. So, we don't check this stuff. It's just dog is a dog.
Dog is a dog to us, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We don't know. I basically didn't know the first 2 days what kind of dog she was. Now I know, it kind of, and I don't know how to tell it, to be honest with you. I don't know which is which.
Yeah. What do you do? In the front or in the back or whatever?
Don't know, mate.
Don't know. And you can't ask him. You can. What do you?
Can't. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but tell me a little bit about the director, Musa Syeed. I mean, this is
Musa Syeed.
It's not the first film.
It's not. He did a movie called A Value of Value of Saints, which he shot it in his own country, and he won.
Kashmir.
Yeah, Kashmir, and he won the audience award in Sundance. 2012.
Yeah.
So it did good there, and it's on Netflix right now. If you want to watch it, it's a beautiful movie, beautiful shot. And he did other Big House, which is another movie he did, feature he did. So he's a good director, and he likes to go to Muslim countries around the world and bring their stories out so people can hear.
He is himself Muslim, I suppose.
Yeah, himself is Muslim. So yeah, it's just great director to work with,
and he's a nice character. He's just come across
charming guy,
yeah, nice young man too.
So
even once people talk about young Somali, everything shabab, shabab, so here is the chance that actually there is a different character of Somali, the different level, different dimension of what complicated the Somali community is and history. So do you feel like responsible? Do you represent yourself? Is this your story? Your story with the dog and a community, or just people always say, oh, he represents the Muslim community, he represents the Somali community. Is this a burden on you that you have to represent, or it just was your story?
I mean,
individual.
Really, represent is a big word, but I am Somali at the end of the day. People sees me as a Somali. So Musa had the idea of, shooting this film, and as soon as I seen it, I jumped on board because, he actually shift is not any bad, image in it.
Yeah.
It's just a basic human story.
Exactly.
Where, man and dog, it's a beautiful story, well written, well told, well directed by all other, we never had it as in a Somali, It's just a human film, and I just wanted to be part of it because it just shift the idea of, when you hear about Muslim in the industry or everywhere else, you just hear about, terrorism or Somali piracy, or, it's just a different story.
Shabab, everybody Shabab. Yeah. Nobody knows what Shabab even means.
I don't know either.
Shabab, Shabab. Young people go to, but what? It's the question also begs itself when we talk about culture and telling a story. Should Muslims all love dogs? Should be behaving like mainstream American love dogs? I mean, don't people have the experience, culture, whatever? People are very selective about what relation dogs,
Our main target is not all Muslims who get dogs. That's not what we want.
No. But
it's the idea of having a dog, actually. We just want people, Somali people, it's a cultural thing. Muslim people, mostly they think dogs are filthy thing. They run in their countries back in Somalia. All I view dogs as a dirty animal because it's outside and it's in the
it should be outside. Well, here most American will think pigs are dirty. It should be outside.
Yeah, but the minute I had, time with the film, the dog, I actually, like understand dogs are like very commanding animal and very loving, loyal. creatures, and it just
best man's friend, right?
man's best friend.
Well, I mean, I think we all, can relate to your story, because when I saw a dog, the first thing comes to mind, where is the rock? You want to throw a rock at him. Now when I see a dog, where is my camera? So there is a transformation that when you start dealing with those animals. And you saw this in the film. I mean, your relationship with the dog was not really a smooth sailing.
No, it's not.
You were trying to get rid of him, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's a learning progress, to be honest with you. It's just a learning process for the whole film is about how you can just see a positive message from a community which is not well represented in the
Yes. Doesn't that also defy the dog? It was a stray dog. You found him in the street, and also you were in the street.
Straight, yeah.
So I don't know, did the dog find you, or you found the dog?
That's a good question from the film.
I should ask someone. What next now? I mean, now successful, smaller role in Captain Phillips, mega Hollywood. Now it's a leading role in a film.
Yeah, I auditioned for a couple a TV series and a film at the moment, which is in process, and I'm waiting for them to give me the go ahead or not. So I'm in a waiting situation at this moment.
So do you see yourself? This is what you're going to be the rest of your life?
This is my career. Yeah, if I chose this, and this is what I want to do with my life, and it will work, because it's working at the moment. So
it's working very well.
It's working very well.
Yeah, and especially here, where opportunity, and we don't see, example of Somali actor in American, films and all of that. So this is the first time this film in Minneapolis St. Paul International Film Festival.
It was in South by Southwest, which is
a different festival.
Yeah, which is the biggest festival one of the biggest festivals in America, and it's playing here. It's playing in Brooklyn, Maryland Film Festival. So it has a couple ways to go before it makes to theaters.
To the mainstream distribution.
So, yeah, we're doing it. We're going to play as much as festival as possible. So.
I mean, a festival film is a little bit. This is indie movies and different audience, and Captain Phillips was a mainstream.
Yeah, it's a mainstream film. Yeah.
Film. How the two experiences are different
for
you?
To be honest with you, it's not that different at all. You're playing a character. I was playing a character, on that side, and I'm playing a character on this side. So it's basically. For me, I just look at it as always opportunity, always work. I wanted always to be behind the camera, so this is both good opportunity for me, and they both getting me audience. It's always good to be on behind the camera, like I said.
So during those 2-3 weeks, whatever you made the movie, any highlights story can you tell us about? Something funny, something intriguing happened, and beside the squirrel running away and dog run away. I mean, people will see you. Everything is edited, fun, clean. But I'm sure
it was one time that me and the cinema photographer of the film, I jump. There's a scene where I get into a dumpster.
Yeah.
And Yoni is like, I was showing a guy, he falls in. I actually told him to get in there first, because I'm not going to be, to check it out. And he actually went inside.
Actually?
Yeah, he actually went inside because I went
dumpster.
inside. Yeah, dumpster.
We don't deal with dumpsters the same way we don't deal with dogs. That's interesting. And also that develops your relationship with the crew.
Yeah, there was a good, lovely, good crew. Most beautiful crew you can ask. Multicultural. Everybody was here. It was not only. It was wider.
So what time do you actually, shoot this film?
What time do we shoot?
Yeah, day time and.
It was.
You cannot just walk into just downtown traffic and all of that. And
we were shooting at We were shooting day, night, night.
Because I've seen like it looks like 2 o'clock in the morning with certain area.
We had like I think 6 or 5 days of night shoots, which was not. And it was cold, and we had cold night shoots, which is out of this. It was cold.
Because the film itself was showcasing the Twin Cities.
Yeah,
I've seen wonderful scene there. I see the bridge, the stone bridge. When you're sitting there, it's just we all done that. Somebody just feel lonely, think you just go and sit there. So in a way, I think the Twin Cities, as the director said, it should really become a place for
shoot films,
shooting film.
You
There's
should.
a lot to offer.
It's beautiful actually, and it's not that much to shoot here. So
yeah,
I don't know what's wrong. We should get more production here.
Yeah, because everybody think cold weather, all that.
It has beautiful summers.
Yeah. So. And how old are you?
21, going to 22.
Yeah, so you're still a young man, and I'm sure the future is out there, and I think your style of acting is very distinctive. I mean, it's like it reminds me of there are some actors that they are acting, just calm down, and your acting is just like very natural, comes natural.
Thank you.
When did you realize this is your?
I actually realized it in the the 5th day of auditioning for Captain Phillips. They actually told me straight out there, you're really good, And I didn't. I mean, it's just I don't even. It's just natural to me, to be honest.
Yeah. Like before they're grown up, how many brothers you have?
I have 7 brothers.
Yeah, it's more than 5.
It's more than 5.
Yeah. So you were acting all your life to fit into this.
You're right. Yeah, I had a large family, which is good, loyal and caring family, and we like to talk.
So what was your nickname? Everybody get a nickname when growing up.
Skinny. I was really skinny when
I
was little. And fast.
We're talking about the issue of representation in art and films, and I think this film lends itself in that genre. Just people representing yourself, and I can see beautiful and kind of bright future for you and for your ambition. Well, thank you so much for coming to here and telling us your story, and good luck.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We stay there, and then we're talking about Muslim American, Somali American, hyphenated American telling their own story, and we have there Stray, which is a beautiful film. Check it out. It's a story of a young Somali that was out of place, out in the street, rejected by community, mosque, whatever, and he found himself back to the community through a relationship with a dog. We have Barkhad Abdirahman, and with film Stray. Check it out. We'll see you next week. Assalamu alaikum, and God bless you all.
حال كاسينيو لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله مان سوي وحكوا عننا عدر من هذيك إلهي وابا إنا شغل بدر وباناي بس هي داهر إنه كرانا وحن وسخ عوضة جدك قطعها بالنابة يقول علنيسا وكو أذيك إيه كان فوقية وكو روينا إلاو مردو أني أذيك إني كان فوقيني ما يمغلسا